We're with Keith Buchanan, Managing Director of KeyBanc Capital Markets, as part of a conversation with oil and gas investor. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
What are your thoughts on upstream consolidation, and when do you think this could begin?
I think we'll begin to see consolidation in the upstream sector. Again, once we see some price stability, buyers are going to want to buy when they believe prices are at a bottom of the cycle, but sellers don't necessarily want to sell when they're at the bottom of the cycle. So once we know where prices are going to kind of stabilize at, then we should start to see some consolidation.
Can you talk about the bank's view on redetermination? They've been pretty accommodating, but what about in the spring of 2016 and then redetermination season?
Many people want to know about oil and gas companies and their borrowing-based redeterminations. Let's first talk about kind of where we've been so far in 2015. If I look at a set of oil and gas companies that have reported their fall redeterminations, about half of them have had decreases, and the decreases have been around 15%. Several companies have had increases as well. So if you look at it on an aggregate basis, the overall borrowing bases have decreased only about 5% across the whole sector. Now let's talk about what will change that going into 2016. And I think about four factors that are used to redetermine a borrowing base: price, volume, costs, and advance rate.
Can you talk about high yield offerings?
Sure. The high yield market has always been an important source of capital for the upstream sector. We have not seen much activity in the second half of 2015, but once prices stabilize and companies' cash flows become more certain and predictable by investors, we believe the high yield investors will come back to the market. Prices will probably be at a little higher rate than companies have seen in the past, but we believe that these investors will be there for companies.
Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.